Welcome everybody, Papa Wall Street back with another weekday workshop. Recording this on Wednesday, so I think this will serve as our midweek review. Let's see, got some more stragglers popping in here, so we'll let them come in and I will get started in just a moment. All right, so I don't have anything specific prepared for today's workshop. I thought that maybe what we can do is go through the focus list. Actually, let's go through the watch list and see, maybe what's performed well over, the start of the week. Obviously, a holiday shortened week, so only 2 days so far have passed, but we are in September. And September tends to be a somewhat brutal month for stocks. So yeah, let's go through some of the names from this week's watch list and see where we're trading today. So I don't know if I shared a chart. This one didn't quite make it to the focus list this week, but this is Zepp Health. This one showed up on my scanner this weekend. And, probably why it didn't make my watch list, or focus list, I should say. I don't really know too much about the company. So I wanted to do maybe a little bit more due diligence on it. But you can see high tight flag set up here over 283% in almost 3 weeks. So pretty strong move, to say the least. I don't know. This seems like this company's been around for a while. We could jump up to the weekly chart. Yeah, so you could see it's been around since 2018, but it's obviously had some sort of catalyst. I mean, look at the volume that stepped in over the last, let's say, 4 months. This one looks like it might be headed back to all-time highs. It's obviously had monster weeks over the last 5 to 6 weeks. So let's go back to the daily chart. Yeah, I mean, high tide flag set up, definitely one on the radar. It doesn't look like it's going to give us any kind of pullback. So that's kind of unfortunate, but we'll wait and see, and maybe an opportunity will present itself to get into Zepp Health over the next couple of weeks. All right, taking a look at Google. You know, I was looking at this chart over the weekend, and something I noticed is this setup that I look for. Now, I don't really talk about this a lot. There's just so many concepts and edges that give us opportunities to use in the market. So I don't I like to keep things a bit simple. You guys and gals know me. I don't like to overcomplicate my charts. I don't like to draw a ton of trend lines or use a ton of indicators or have like seven moving averages on my charts. I like to keep it simple. In fact, while I'm saying that, I was just in a session when don't usually use RSI and MACD, but I was looking at a chart for a potential entry. But anyway, one thing I noticed, and something you guys and gals can really pay attention to, are the swing lows and the swing highs, right? And so we can see, Alphabet here clearly had a swing high back here in February of this year, and then made a new all-time high, and then made a really strong march down. Well, no pun intended, but to the March April low. So very really big push to the downside. And then that's when things started to turn around. We had a high and a low, and then we had a higher high and a higher low, and another higher high and another higher low. And so when you see these series of higher highs and higher lows, I tend to start paying attention, right? After the first high and low,